Alright,
let's just fucking
one,
go.
Two, check one. Oh, look at that.
Fucking hell.
Whoa. Christ.
Bam.
Bam! She's wet.
Right.
She's sliding off the chair.
Welcome to the Brown Bricks Podcast, the most amount of fun you can have while listening to a podcast. Today, we're missing one of our hosts.
We're lacking Jack, who's literally responsible for every technical aspect of our show. So we're
like 90%.
We're struggling here ourselves.
Guys, Jack got cancer. Please email the brownbrickspodcast@gmail.com, wishing him well. I said the again. There's no the. It's just brownbrickspodcast@gmail.com.
We're gonna set up a GoFundMe.
Yeah, we really appreciate all your comments on our most recent YouTube videos.
Fucking psychos.
They're really interesting to read. Really fucking cool stuff.
Yeah, we were always bragging about our Japanese fan base in the earlier episodes, but it looks like we're building up kind of like a Southeast Asian.
Southeast Asian.
India.
Yeah. Expanding our market share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're sorry we made fun of you dropping baby off of roofs. We're sorry that we mocked you for that. We now respect you greatly.
It was just like one city in
and
India.
Pray for your continued patronage.
Please drop more babies in our honor.
Honestly, drop every baby.
Yeah, I had no idea what you were talking about when you were referencing
our head. So
then Jack actually found what it was, and it was like, it's pretty weird.
Are you guys anti-natalists? Because I think that's a fun ideology to have.
That's like where you don't think you should give birth.
I thought you don't think any baby should be born. Or babies that are born should be killed.
I get the logic of the first part of that. The killing I don't get.
Well, you got to prevent them from experiencing what the real world is like.
But
while they're still a baby.
Born, they're already in this bitch.
Well, they don't know.
I get preventing them from getting into the real world, but once they're born, they're fucking
as you're a kid, you're still not inherently aware of how fucked society is.
Well, by that logic, we should give birth, but then kill them before they get the chance to learn how to let them have that joy that babies get right off the bat.
Create a neverland of little children, and then
you just lobotomize adults so they can feel like they're children again.
Like the promised neverland.
That would be ethical, yeah.
Lobotomize adults to make them children. Yeah. Remove all of their memories of adulthood. Alright, I'm about to try this beer Tej made. Tej had been making beer for the last month.
In my chemistry of brewing class, Harry Potter.
Yeah, that tastes pretty fucking bad, but that's alright.
Well, it's got some good qualities to it, you know. It's just a little sharp. It's
got a bit of a body to it, which is weird. Yeah, I don't know. Not a fan.
What about the Coors Light here?
Oh yeah, I cut it with some Coors Light.
Mix them together. That's fucking gross.
There you go.
Well, I've been reading, what's it called? Solo Leveling Warrior.
Oh, I think it's just called Solo Leveling.
Solo Leveling, okay.
The Korean
Solo Leveling Warrior or something else? I thought that was
Hardcore Leveling Warrior is the one I have recommended.
Warrior. Okay. I've been reading Solo Leveling then. It is literally just unironically One Punch Man.
It's the most
coolest.
shameless.
He's just the coolest and strongest.
I mean, that's
ever.
what Korean action manhwa are. Just pure power fantasy.
Does it have the satire of
No.
One Punch Man?
That's why I said it's unironic One Punch Man. He just does. He just beats everything always. He's so fucking cool and hot and sexy, and he's got the most coolest powers of all time.
I don't know why they bother starting that off of he's not powerful yet. 'Cause that's a chapter, and then not only does he get powerful, he completely changes character design. He changes
he just
bone
looks
structure
completely
and
different.
becoming a Giga Chad.
And redo of Healer. When he heals his face.
But not like that at all, though.
Yeah, except they don't really. They're not even
They're just
trying
saying,
to justify it. They're just
wow.
He's hot now. And
he looks so much fucking different.
As soon as something happens where he gets the powers and he's in the hospital, and the nurse is just I want to fuck him so bad.
He's
hot now.
What's your number? I didn't realize he was so rich.
And his personality changes too. He's not adapting.
Yeah,
It's I guess I'm powerful and awesome.
I kind of like his character in the sense that he's so powerful that he kind of becomes a psychopath.
Yeah.
He has very little connection to other
very
human
quickly
beings.
realizes, like, oh, I guess I'm just stronger than everyone else.
Yeah. He, like, the only people he cares about are, like, his close family, and he's not really that close to them. He just kind of wants to keep them safe. He's just disconnected from reality completely, which is fun.
Solo Leveling, the art is good, the action's okay. I don't like it that much, but I can see.
It's fun
strangely
to
popular.
read.
Are they gonna make an adaptation, you think?
I hope so, because it would be fun.
Yeah, they might, yeah.
I don't see why they
So
wouldn't.
it's still enjoyable though, right?
Oh yeah,
You've been
super
reading it.
enjoyable. I've been pounding through it because it's so fucking easy. Literally baby level fucking reading skill. It makes me wish that comics were good because I like that it's in color. It's fully in color, and I'm like, oh, this actually looks nice. Like, I don't hate manga that are black and white, but having color in your comic, it looks good. And comics in the West, they just don't fucking do that. They just don't look good, even when they're in color.
Do you like manga artists? Like, do they go back and color them after?
Sometimes
Sometimes
you'll get
they
an
do,
official
like, colored
color.
pages or colored chapters, yeah.
Yeah. What would you
And then
guys do?
there's fan stuff too, like the fan colorings of JoJo.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they on volume 6 now with that?
Part 6?
Or yes, part 6.
Yeah, I think they're pretty far with that fan coloring, and there's like an official coloring as well.
Oh, there's an official one too.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
But there's no canon colors in JoJo, of course.
Of course.
No canon colors, because that's fucking stupid. But yeah, that's what I've pretty much been doing with my week. Just been reading that. And, you guys been reading anything?
No, I've just been watching Twin Peaks still. I finished season 2 the other day. It's pretty good.
I need to fucking watch that. What I've really been wanting to watch is The Sopranos. I need somebody to give me their HBO Max so I can binge watch Italian men killing each other.
Yeah, it's a lot more nuanced.
Having
story. I really
gay
enjoyed it.
sex. What would you guys want to join the mafia? Is there
For
an
the gay
Omaha
sex?
mafia? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what, like, a fraternity is. Tate's already a part of a mafia, in a sense, you know? That's all you guys do in your frat. Yeah.
Mafias are definitely more,
they have
more
gay sex.
tight-knit. Yeah, you're right.
Shut
up, bitch.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't have Jack here to back me up. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why,
now
that's
we
why I think we brought it.
Now we get a shit on frat life.
Yeah.
The fucking, they call it Greek life. Did the ancient Greeks get together and have parties where they sexually abuse women? Is that why it's called Greek life?
Because they
but
have
the
Greek
letters
letters.
are the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, it's just the letters that make it Greek life.
I mean, it's just because, like, Greek and Roman culture is, like, so, like, glorified in the West that, like, so of course a bunch of frat guys are like, hell yeah, Greek
hell
life,
yeah,
we're like
bro.
the Greeks, dude. We get fucked up on the weekends and we're like the Greeks.
We just drink wine and eat grapes, and we wear togas.
Get fucked up and light beer and then have a Socratic dialogue.
yeah. Just talk to each other about the mysteries of the universe, bro.
Yeah.
But that's not what you guys do at all, so...
Yeah. That was actually a joke that we were doing.
Well, we have these debates. We have, like, debatables. Like
Debatables? They're like Lunchables.
Yeah, how's it
debate each other.
Debatables, because it's beta, theta, pi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
So how's it work?
Yeah,
I've never been to one.
Because
I'm a lazy fuck, but the idea is good in premise. It's like what we did with our presentations. Like you present a topic of debate, and then you like present it for like 10 minutes, and then other people like chime in on, what they think about it.
Hell yeah.
It was interesting.
What are the topics?
Yeah, do you have any like intense
some guy
discussions?
Did
well,
one
I guess
on
you've never
whiskey.
been.
Some guy did one on some politics. I don't know.
I should would like.
That sounds like probably an accurate summary of like what a frat debate is like. One guy did whiskey, and some guy did politics or some shit.
Some kind of politics. I don't fucking know. Yeah, Tage would show up and just try and argue against every fucking debate topic. Just be the most contrarian guy there, and just everyone
Tage would
shut the fuck up.
Tage would be the like moderator or something, or the judge, and like those people make their points, and he's like, I don't really want to let either of them win because really it's somewhere in the middle on every debate.
This topic is a little more nuanced.
Yeah.
It's not black and white. There's a gray area here that I think both of you are missing.
Enlightened centrist's opinion on literally everything.
Yeah. The worst is when you're drunk, Tej. You're trying to make a point. Like, we watched anime with Tej once, and he was really drunk, and after a certain point, he just goes on this thing. He's like, hey, you guys gotta understand about anime. It's like, the people who watch it aren't normal.
They are autistic.
You went and you just kept going on. We're like, yeah, we know. It's like, what's your point? He's like, and you gotta keep that in mind when you talk about anime. It's like, what are you trying to get to here?
I don't know. I was really drunk, so can't really say.
Yeah, you can't trust drunk Tej to make a cogent point.
That's true.
You can't trust sober Tej.
You can trust. I do talk. I feel like I speak better, like more rhetorically formed when I'm drunk. Like it seems like it flows better out of my mouth.
If I did not speak English, English.
You don't know how to speak it.
Fucking idiot.
You're such a fucking dumb bitch.
English was not a language I spoke, then hearing you rant while you're drunk, it would sound like you were making some sort of point. I'd be like, I don't know what he's saying, but it sounds like he's saying something. But given that I know the meaning of the words,
I would argue probably not.
It's nonsense, yeah.
Fucking gibberish. We didn't have a debate club in high school, did we? We just had speech.
Which is not really a debate. It's just you just memorize a fucking speech and then just regurgitate it.
I don't think I would have done debate club in high school, but if I was there now, I would have been on debate team. Gotta join my fucking college's debate team and take some kids to school.
Well, I guess extemp was kind of more like not really debate, but like it's just one-sided debate, kind of like there's just like an opening statement.
In how they present it to you, there's some similarities, I think, where like you just, well, I don't know. I think in a debate you have more time to prepare your arguments.
Yeah,
than you do with
you're
extemp.
Actually trying to argue something.
Extemp, it's like, just like in real life, you got to form your opinion on this in 30 minutes. It's like,
It's such a nonsense.
You just fucking make up shit, though. You can just make up sources.
You put your hand in a box and pull out a slip of paper. It's just like, Israel. Come up with something to say about it in half an hour. And you're like, okay.
Alright, come up with the extremely nuanced, well-written take in this amount of time.
I better open up this giant trunk of 10-year-old articles that our professors gave us to inform me on this.
Yeah, all of them are just extremely cherry-picked about, like, this is what's good to talk about. This is the facts.
I mean, yeah, there was a thing they told us where they're like, never talk about gun control, gay marriage, or, like, a bunch of stuff you're not meant to talk about. This was, of course, when gay marriage was a controversy.
Yeah. That's so fucking funny.
Like, I love the idea. It's like, we should have middle schoolers, like, to consider the possibility of gay marriage. Like, what do you think?
What do you possibly think about gay marriage, little Billy?
Yeah, I want to go back to a speech meet and like see like the fucking 7th and 8th graders extemp. Like, were they actually like
go back and judge some?
Yeah,
we
like,
could ask Wrecker.
Yeah, to become a
like,
judge.
what do they know? Are they just regurgitating what they like find in their sources, or like do they have like synthesized opinions on like geopolitical?
They regurgitate. They find one article. Here's what you do.
It's not changed. Yeah.
Here's what you do in middle school when you do extemp from experience when you don't know anything about the topic. You fucking find one article relevant to it, or you don't find any, but hopefully you find one. And then because you're meant to have 3 sources, you just say it's from 3 different sources and take like small quotes and just expand on them. Like you make shit up. Like, you literally make sources up. You're like, yeah, the New York Times said that shit.
You made a whole, like, terrorist organization up, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Al Kebab or something?
Yeah, something
El Kebab.
It was something like that, like Al Kaduba or something. Just nonsense.
Has invaded Hajir Jababi and they've established Islamic State there, actually.
Yeah. They actually found peace in the Middle East.
The judge is like, I would have thought I'd heard of that.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. And then after a while, the competition started letting you use PDFs on your computer instead of like a big trunk of printed out articles. And of course, as soon as they did that, everyone, all the extemp students would just look up stuff instead of like, because you were meant to not be allowed to do that. You were meant to already have all this shit downloaded and collected. But everyone would just, of course, do all the research on their phone last second. and just like find some opinion article that is directly related to what they're meant to be talking about.
Damn, what an absurd fucking thing for a speech competition.
Speech,
just like it
looking
didn't make
back on
any
it,
sense.
is just a bizarre concept to me.
I know, yeah, it is.
Like imagine
just like teaching
as who we are
students
now.
to speak.
We accidentally walked into a speech competition. It'd be like a fever dream. All these children in suits.
Just go into rooms and just
like STEM kids out in the hallway muttering to themselves, practicing their speech they just wrote.
No, in the DI kids, dude, you're fucking.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking insane asylum. You have people like lined up against the walls, just doing
just talking,
different fucking characters popping in there.
Yeah, I think the worst one to judge would be DI.
I can't believe I was ever assigned to do a DI.
No, the worst is like when you like start smiling at like a serious part because like you know the person. And like there's like a rape scene or something, and you're like trying not to.
Yeah, they're making like a middle schooler act out a rape scene in a DI, just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, I fucking did. I entered a poetry event in middle school for speech, and they had me doing like what's the one famous African American poet, Maya Angelou?
Yeah.
Which is like a lot of stuff that kind of specifically relates to like the experiences of a black woman. They're like,
have a white male do it.
We're like, Phineas as this.
You are a black woman. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the lore. But yeah, that was like what a weird thing for me to do.
Insane.
No, the best was when Liam was Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
And they got like 4th at state too. It's like.
There's a lot of white judges.
Yeah. Yeah, if I could go back in time and do speech again, I would do Malcolm X.
Yeah. I had to do a DI where I was like an abused child. It was like about how my father would abuse me, so I would pretend to be Batman or something like that. And it was just the weirdest fucking shit that I ever had to do. I did not place well, obviously, because I was like, why did they let me do this? I always wanted to do an HI because I always thought it was kind of funny, you know. Yeah. And now I'm just racist.
I wish they had a HI thing, but it could only be original works written by the kids. So you just sitting through
stand-up comedy,
awful fucking stand-up sets. There
was entertainment.
Awesome.
Right? Entertainment was like informative but entertaining. Like you wrote like
but
about a topic.
that's not what I'm talking about. Straight up, like they're just
they just
trying
have
to
to do
funny.
stand up.
It's basically just stand up.
Dude, I would watch kids stand up. That would be so fucking good. That would be unironically hilarious.
That'd be awesome.
Just making these fucking children write jokes and just judging them. Just like
writing on their ballot. That's not funny.
I'm going to fucking cancel you.
Yeah, I remember the one time I remember judging a middle school meet. I remember like they sat all the judges in one room, and there was like the organizer for the school there for the meet was there, and he was like, "Don't say anything too mean. They're just kids." I'm like, all right, but it's like, what? They suck. But I was judging a duo, right?
Yeah.
And I remember like these 2 Indian girls went, and their parents were sitting in the room.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and they were like sitting behind me while I was like putting like, okay, you're 5th, you're 4th, you're 3rd, etc. And they're like sitting behind me. I'm like looking behind me, like trying to. Are you guys gonna go? We're like, oh yeah, well, getting up and going, but they're like taking their time. I'm like, fuck it, whatever. And they were the best, so I gave them first. And so they're like, yes. Fucking
they slide you like a $5 bill.
Yeah. Like, Indian people always win speech. I don't know what it is. I guess
they know how to talk.
Talk good, yeah. That's what Tage was drinking beer before, and so he was just going on his rambling. And they're like, it sounds right.
It sounds fluid.
Getting fucked up in 9th grade, going to a speech.
Oh yeah, for sure.
9th grade's a fucked up grade.
Yeah.
You're fucking just out of middle school. You think you're an adult now.
Yeah. Transitionary periods are always fucked up.
Yeah.
5th grade's fucked up in a similar way.
Yeah, moving out of fucking 4th grade into 5th grade really did a number on my mental state.
Which is weird because then like there'd be freshmen who would like go out with like juniors or seniors. And you're like, how you look at a junior or senior, like, what are you getting out of this?
You're a pedophile. You're a predator.
How are you not seeing this person as anything but a child?
Yeah, you have a full fucking beard and you're like 6 feet tall, and we're fucking 4'1".
Like that's high school. Now I'm 22 and like a freshman in college, I would still be uncomfortable with.
Yeah.
Just anyone like 20 and under, I'm just like, yeah, you're a baby.
Yeah, really 21, just so I can at least get a drink with them without them having to have a fake ID.
I
that
honestly
being
don't
criminal.
think it changed that much since freshman year of college. Like mentally.
Mentally, sure,
so.
but you probably
physically.
You probably matured a little bit, right? I know I have. I know I definitely have. I'm not the same person.
I don't know. In some ways, obviously, no. I mean, you're obviously more of a fully formed person then than in like high school, but
yeah,
I'm definitely more bearable. That's the main thing. Like your personality in broad strokes is the same between like freshman and senior year of college, but like you just become more bearable as a human being.
Is that true? I feel
That's
like
what I would say.
I don't know.
I think I've got
for yourself.
My sense of humor when I look at myself in high school is similar in a lot of ways, but just like
we
way more
were
obnoxious. And I would
fuck.
say that's true like freshman year of college too, just because still have some high school years. So I would say that's the main difference.
Yeah, but I also didn't really like get new friends though for myself.
No, because I would hate on some of the fucking freshmen. When I was a freshman, I'd be like, these kids are acting like high schoolers. Like, I was like the fucking
they
elitist.
are high
I was the
schoolers.
fucking elitist. I'm like, this is fucking college. I thought it would be different, but like, I felt like senior year, but like people were.
What?
Oh, I mean, we'll bleep that out.
Yeah,
our senior year of our high school.
Whoever the fuck is editing this. If it's me, I'm gonna add in a new audio clip at the start. Like, our names and addresses are this. Kill us all.
Please.
So is Jack still editing this? Or
We don't know. We have no idea.
Shit. Yeah, he really does 90% of the work.
90 is a low ball estimate. He does literally everything that's not talking on this podcast.
Well, look, I will edit if he wants me to. I want the YouTube. That's what I want to take control of.
Jack's been doing pretty good with you.
Mm-hmm. But
yeah, no, I felt like senior year of high school, like people around me were more mature than some of these fucking, like, I don't know, these fucking Catholic school kids. I don't know, they were all fucking Creighton prep guys. And it just felt very, like, if you watch, like, a high school movie, I'm like, there's no high school that actually,
because Catholic kids are repressed, you know?
Yeah, I guess. But, like, this is also a Catholic school as well.
Yeah, but you're also, like, more free from your parents for, like, the first time as, like, a kid since you were probably just grown up in that kind of repressive household. You're, like, time to let loose and do the things I couldn't do in high school and stuff. Yeah, I couldn't imagine being a religious family. It's fucked up. It's actually child abuse, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, my mom is technically religious. Like, I think I mentioned this before, where, like, she believes in God, but she never ever took me to church. And then, like, when she found out I'm an atheist, she's like, how did this happen?
How could this be?
But, like, yeah, if I grew up, like, having to go to church, like, how fucked would that be? It'd be so weird.
I think I would be not religious, but I don't know how I would feel about it.
But you'd be not religious in a different way.
Yeah, I'd be more
like,
vehemently not religious.
Because, like, right now, it's like I just am an atheist just because it's like, well, I never had something to be like, I'm that. I'm just like, by default, I'm an atheist. In the same way that a newborn baby is an atheist.
I thought I was, like, I guess, like, Protestant for a while, because I would go to that church group, and I was like, this is what if religion is just playing Xbox in the basement of a community college. And I'm like, this is cool, this is fun.
I can.
Religion is just talking to, like, a guy with a beard about how fun fucking Halo 2 is. So
yeah,
like,
I went to your, like, church group back in, like, 6th grade, and, like, we just fucking played video. But there's, like, a 20-minute session of, like, us opening Bibles and, like, hey, Jackson, can you read this passage? Can
Bible
you read this
passage,
line?
and I'm like,
what do you think about this, Jackson?
I'm like, that was fine, because, like, I don't remember doing that kind of thing, because everything else we did, I was, like, enjoying that more, because it was just hanging out with my friends. and I'm like, okay, so this is what religion is, so I'm that. And then after a while, I'm like, oh, we were just having fun, and it wasn't really like anything important. That's why I appreciate Protestantism a bit more, because they're pretty lax, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, which, I mean, I don't know. I appreciate that, but it's also bizarre when you think about being, like, a devout Protestant for some of these people where, like, they're kind of, like, lukewarm about it. Where it's like, they believe...
If you're going to believe these
that
things,
if you do certain things, you will go to, like, a realm where you suffer for eternity.
Well, that's not...
And then you're kind of just like, yeah, I go to church sometimes.
That's not necessarily true for Protestants. Like, a lot of them are pretty... a lot of them believe like a lot more forgiveness from God.
I suppose,
happens.
yeah.
Or even that like a lot of those things aren't even a sin in the first place.
Sure, but still, even if you believe that there was a chance that doing certain things could cause you to go to hell, how could that not constantly dominate every aspect?
You
kind of
gotta like feel it out in your heart. Like, I know I'm a good person, so I'm not going to be worried about it, and I'm just going to try and help guide others. I can see it. I can see you being very calm about it if you're sure of yourself. If you know that you're not, like, a horrible person, just overtly.
I mean, I think what it is more often is that they're kind of just Christian by default, and they don't really think about the implications of their actual lore.
their religion
Christian lore.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What about relics? Are kind of cool though.
Relics are badass.
Yeah,
fucking Mary Magdalene's skull being in like a golden fucking exosuit is the most badass shit that I've seen in so long.
There was a fuck ton of churches across the world that claimed to have Jesus' foreskin.
And it's like, he was not.
Then the Catholic Church came out. They're like, nah, that's not it.
Why would Jesus be circumcised?
Because he was Jewish.
Yeah, but Jews are the ones that circumcise? Why do Christians circumcise?
Christians
they
get
don't.
circumcised just because at convention.
Yeah, well, America's convention. But like in
Europe,
it's
not part of Christianity to get circumcised.
Well, why did that happen in America?
Because in the 30s or something like that, there were like some Jewish doctors. some Jewish doctors. Yeah, since they run
fucking Jew convinced America to throw away their humanity.
They swindled us away their skins.
Not mine, baby. I still got mine.
Like, there's like a whole fucking rabbit hole you can go down into with the fucking foreskin debate.
Jews didn't get my foreskin. Mine's still intact.
Yeah, I'm fucking intact.
I'm not. I lost mine.
They stole your foreskin.
I think they took too much.
Turned into Chinese skin cream.
Yeah. An aphrodisiac.
Hell yeah, dude! That's what they do with all those baby
blue-eyed boy.
You ever hear about the people who get like the adult circumcisions? You literally can't get like an erection for like a week, otherwise it really fucks up your cock.
Like you can't. Your penis is just fucked up for a while after that.
God, why would you do that? Like,
because you like convert to.
Oh yeah, I
don't think a lot of people do.
Or there's also medical reasons.
Yeah,
which is sadder.
If you don't clean,
it's like phimosis is just. I feel like is that where it's literally just too tight and you can't pull the skin off?
I think
your head.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can't retract. Yeah.
I feel like the way phimosis is portrayed in the media, I read it's just having a foreskin is phimosis, and I'm like, that's not right.
No, because like
I know.
Doctors were told like because your foreskin is not supposed to retract until you're like 10 or 11, but like pediatricians would like try to forcibly
make these babies
because they don't. Because like if they're American doctors that don't have foreskin and they don't read about it in medical school, like they don't know what's up. They don't know what's right.
These Jewish people were confused because they don't have foreskins that they're like,
I don't know.
Nobody should have a foreskin.
Like, what do you do with this? Let's make it more normal. Let's pull this thing back. I think that's...
This penis looks weird.
If phimosis is when the foreskin's too tight, is there a disease where
it's too loose?
Where it's too loose.
You got a baggy ass foreskin. Yeah, you get a store shit in there.
Yeah, you can like pinch it off at the end and then piss, and then you have like a water balloon.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that.
I've seen that
text.
Video.
The green. That's a green text.
Oh, it
I'm pretty
is?
sure. Yeah, that's one I've heard of.
That's cool.
No, yeah. What's the biggest thing you think you could fit in your foreskin, Tish?
I don't know.
I could probably
Golf
fit
ball?
a solid.
A golf? No.
I could probably fit a quarter in there.
Yeah, quarter. That'd be stretching it.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing. I'm stretching the foreskin.
I'd be comfortable
work
with
up to a golf ball.
We'll start with the marble
Get
first.
like a gauge for my
Oh,
foreskin.
Hiding a golf ball in your foreskin to convince girls that your dick is bigger. You think it's gonna work, and they see your penis, they're like, "What the
fuck is that? Is that the head of your cock? No, it's a golf ball. I'm sorry.
Well, no, you try to say like it is the head of my cock. They're like, no, it's not. That is not the fucking. That is not your penis.
Yeah, there's no like muscle in there, so you're literally gripping the golf ball with just the force of your foreskin, just hanging there. Yeah, I'm glad to have my foreskin.
I'm ambivalent.
Do you feel left
Well,
out?
you have to be ambivalent. You have no choice.
You don't know what it's like.
Yeah.
You don't know the...
That's true. Well, you don't know what it's like to not have one.
I can imagine.
Well, I can imagine what it's like to have
No,
one.
Okay. No, I'm literally able to imagine it better than you're able to imagine it because I can peel my foreskin back and leave it out and just have that in my pants, and
Okay,
I'm like,
well,
that
to be
sucks.
fair,
That doesn't feel good.
I can take
unnatural,
the skin on my penis and get it over the head.
You can?
Uh-huh.
You can?
Yeah. It's not... It's like a just loose skin.
It's loose enough that you can do that?
Yeah. It doesn't stay that way.
Yeah.
But like
That's
you
interesting.
can pinch it over.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
I can kind of push my penis back into my body a bit.
Fully retractable.
Yeah. I can get my penis to go almost all the way into my ball sack.
Into your ball
like
sack.
I have no penis at all.
Wow.
That is pretty cool.
That's some deep ass lore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I do know what it's like.
Yeah. Speaking of foreskins, let's talk about canceling Dr. Seuss.
Oh, yeah.
What did Dr. Seuss do?
Well, they just
Dr. Seuss
stopped publishing some of his books.
6 of his explicitly racist books that were made like in his early works stopped being published because they're like, yeah, these are pretty fucked up.
Yeah, they had like certain depictions of like certain cultures that are like pretty stereotypical. They're like, yeah, let's just stop publishing them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so people think that they're canceling Dr. Seuss, so they're just buying Dr. Seuss books en masse.
I know.
And Dr. Seuss retracted all of these views later in life. He's definitely not a racist, and he goes so far to compare people who say America first, like there's the America First movement. He compares them directly to the Nazi Party because he's like, these people are the same.
I know. I love when like a company decides like without any other pressure to be like, okay, yeah, we should probably stop doing that. And then other people are like, cancel culture. It's like, no, they decided to do that. That was like their decision.
Nobody was pressuring them to stop publishing these.
Was it like
Dr.
a huge
Seuss
like hashtag cancel Dr. Seuss or Dr. Seuss is over?
I like
you can
Dr.
argue
Seuss.
like, oh, it's society, like pressures them, like the whole.
Sure,
you
but
know,
those are
not
bad
one
things
party.
to like keep in circulation.
But that's always true.
true.
That's not that. Then it's not cancel culture. Then that's just there's always cultural
And they're not
pressures.
gone forever. They're just not going to keep publishing them. You can see them. You can view them very easily online.
What about the minstrel like blackface shows? Like I want to see that part of the culture. I feel like that's just
can view them online.
Did they actually have them? Like fucking the 30s and shit.
Yeah,
like
you can look that shit up on YouTube. Of
really,
course.
I've never actually seen one.
They're not gonna. It's history. It's literally like nobody wants to get rid of these things because they're like we want to pretend like they never happened. We want to just stop people from keeping to doing them. You know
how
continuously doing them.
World War II, they went to like some of the islands on the Pacific front, and they like found like Japanese guys like still in like bunkers underground. They didn't realize the war was over. Do you think there's like some like bumfuck area in America where they don't realize that like you're not allowed to do minstrel shows anymore? So they're like still putting them on.
Yeah, I'm gonna see like a lost tribe of like American peoples that are still living in like the 50s or something like
they're
that.
Like Amish,
segregation
where they're like
is fucking still there.
Amish, where they're like preserving like a certain like era of like technology and culture, but just like for preserving racism, horrible like.
Just some lost town in Alabama that they forgot to build a highway to.
The railroad never went by, so they just kept their slaves. I mean, there's definitely... I wonder, like, when, like, how long did it take for them to get around the South? Because, like, there's for sure people who didn't realize right away. They're like, no more slavery, guys.
Yeah.
Like, there's for sure some slaves who, like, for a while were still working. And then some guy came along, he's like, you realize they can't make you do this anymore. And he's like, fucking seriously?
What the fuck?
That's probably...
There's a lot of what sharecropping kind of was.
Yeah. And then just get, like, less benefits, pretty much.
Well, yeah, there was, like, new kind of, like, workarounds. I'm saying, like, people were straight up slaves after it was abolished.
Well, you say, like, when the guys show up, you're like, these are my sharecroppers. And the guys working are like, what does that mean? I'm not a slave? What is he saying? I imagine people probably caught on pretty quick.
Yeah.
For that, especially when Grant was burning everything to the ground.
That's true. Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, why is he doing that?"
How could the message spread without Twitter, though? That's what I'm wondering.
That's true. They got a little U.S. Postal Service full in effect.
Pony Express.
Yeah, established by Benjamin Franklin.
It's kind of weird to think about. Like, that shit used to be a lot optimized, like a lot more optimized than it is now.
The Postal Service, when you only had to deliver between like 2 places ever, I'm sure it's pretty easy to be optimized.
The whole system was like a lot faster, and like they're pretty like badass about how quickly they would.
Well, yeah, they would also it was also very dangerous to be a postman,
and there were also probably like less stuff getting delivered around all the time, right? Like now, like people will like Amazon stuff they need every day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. On like separate parts of the day, they're like, oh yeah, I also want this.
Yeah.
It's just a different package completely, and you're like, why? What the fuck is wrong with you? But I respect it. That's kind of like a cool job, you know, being a guy who rides packages through the deserts and shit back in the day. On a lone horse,
with your fucking coach gun,
swapping horses every 100 miles or whatever. Have to swap your horse because this horse is about to die.
Now it's just a fucking minimum wage job, and you get to drive these left or right hand.
Yeah, why are they on the other side? Why are the mail trucks?
So you can
get out of the truck.
No, because you can like just. On the mailbox, right? Because like you're next to the mailbox,
I guess,
you just put it
that
in
makes
there
sense
when you're driving.
That does make sense, actually. Well, thank you for explaining that to me, Tish. I wouldn't have guessed that, actually, because I just don't have a proper mailbox outside my house.
Rather than making it on the other side, they should just let those the mail guys drive on the left side of the road.
Yeah, you see a mail car coming and you're like, oh fuck, I gotta go to the other side.
So it's like an ambulance, you have to get out of the way for them, and they have to drive on the wrong side of the road. And everyone's complaining to Biden. They're like, please change
this. This is fucking chaos.
The Postmaster General. How fucked is it that we call them the Postmaster General? That's way too excessive of a title.
I want to be the Post-Buster General.
Yeah. I want to be Post-Supreme Overlord General Commander-in-Chief. Like, that's what it sounds like to me. It's just too
many titles.
Postmaster General.
Master, the general master of the post.
They should make USPS.
They have their own like military kind of. They have like some sort of like security force. I think that's actually like a part of the postal service.
They should just go right ahead and make it a branch of the military.
yeah, just incorporate it in there. Then they would get the funding they need if they're part of the military. Yeah, then they'd get the proper funding.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, we should just slowly. The military should just slowly encompass every government service, and then it's all of a sudden it's like the executive branch is now a branch of the military.
What the fuck? You're acting like that's not how it is.
Yeah, well, I'm saying like the president now serves like whoever the top general is. It's like, how did this happen?
Yeah, Tish, your beer. I don't really want any more of it. It's kind of bad.
It's okay when it's 90% Coors.
Yeah, when it's mostly not.
I mean,
beer.
yeah. It's fine for the first few sips, but then it gets.
I'm thinking our plan for monetization should be that we're not very popular, but we get ourselves canceled on Twitter. And so we just get an influx of conservatives just throwing money at us, just being like, these guys are the fucking funniest people on the fucking internet. They're so fucking funny and cool, and I love them. And we're just like doing the same thing that we always do, just every time.
Well, I'm wondering like,
say something that will get us canceled right now, and we'll spread that around.
Because my name is on here.
Tage. Top 3 most underrated slurs, go.
No thanks. No. But I'm actually,
thank you.
I'm very interested in what our listening demographics are, like
racists
as far as political orientation.
Number 3,
I guess, I don't know.
Chinamen.
That's pretty mild.
Chinamen is like
that's why
it's an underrated. Yeah, it's an underrated slur.
Yeah.
Oriental is also in that same category.
Yeah.
I feel
Number 2, Oriental.
All ones for Asian people.
Number 1, Republican.
Hey!
Woo!
Damn.
Yeah, there's some fun slurs out there, you know.
Yeah, some great slurs out there. Taste some of them.
Beaner is an interesting one. Yeah, it's like what. I don't know how to.
I know they're like they eat beans. That's enough for me.
This is like, do you not like beans? Do you have something against beans?
We should call British people beaners.
Yeah, beans on toast.
Yeah.
Fucking beaner. Call them. Oh my god.
What is that one fairy bread thing that Australians
it's an
do?
Australian thing, yeah.
With like
Fairy
butter.
bread?
Yeah, it's like Wonder
Sprinkles.
Bread or like some equivalently like shitty white bread, and then you spread unsalted butter on it, and then you put sprinkles on top of that.
Oh, I've heard of that.
And
Yeah.
then you eat it.
What would the slur be?
What would the slur be?
Fairy breaders.
Yeah, fairies is already a slur.
Fairies, yeah.
For the gays. I don't know.
That's a pretty mellow one. Fairies for gay people.
Yeah.
Isn't there a slur
I feel
for
like
Aussies?
I think all slurs should be like mythical creatures. Like
You're a fucking unicorn.
gay people can get fairies. Fucking little people already have dwarves, right?
Yeah.
Who's elves? I think
Elves.
Elves, like tall, lanky, fucking.
That's not really
Yeah,
like a
people.
demographic.
maybe like
It's like a
Nordic
slur.
people,
Yeah.
like right.
It's like a slur for white
Scandinavian.
people, yeah.
like fucking elves.
Fucking elf.
Sure. What are black people?
Orcs.
Orcs. Yeah.
Orcs,
Dark
yeah.
elves.
Dark elves, yeah. The noir.
Indians can be dark elves.
That's like
What other mythical creatures are there? Who's
Who's goblins? That's a
goblins are very easily decided
yeah.
upon.
Yeah, I think we know who goblins
I
are.
think we know who goblins
I
are.
think J.K. Rowling does.
J.K. Rowling. I love how the goblins in Harry Potter are fucking pink. They're just pink goblins.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucked
They're like,
up, dude.
this is too ambiguous for who this is supposed to be.
Like, they run the bank called Gringotts.
Like, all she had to do was make them green, and then it would not be as obvious that they're just Jewish people.
Yeah.
Because he's like, no, it's my vision.
They must be pink. Yeah, they got
I
really
love people
fucked
who
up
try to like
prosthetics.
fucking like outsmart you. That they're like, actually, maybe you're anti-Semitic
For thinking that.
they're meant to be Jewish people. It's like if they saw blackface. You're like, if you think that's meant to be a black person,
yeah. You really think there was some kind of racial undertone here? It's really you who's the racist.
maybe you're a little obsessed with race. Okay.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. You're
That's
talking about
a
monetization.
real
Here's how I
girl
think we
boss
should
move.
monetize, right? All sorts of podcasts and YouTube channels, they're all willing to do sponsorships, right? Where
Yeah.
they say, like, oh, this brand is good.
Yeah.
But what if we did the flip side of that and we offered
we get
to slander
paid for
companies
slander.
for a company? So, like, NordVPN is like, why don't you talk some shit about ExpressVPN?
Oh shit.
Right? And we're
Was
like,
it-
oh, ExpressVPN will not protect you. It will
Fucking-
reveal to officials that you're a pedophile,
Oh,
even
shit.
if you're not.
It'll search up some dangerous sites while you're away. While
And
you
I
have
think,
it on.
I think in that, there, if we do that, we're offering a service for companies that other people aren't.
We have to offer them this service.
Yeah, we email NordVPN.
They're not coming to us.
We're
They're
like,
just
look, we
"Well,
won't sponsor you, but For $5.
Literally just $5 for just all of us. We'll take $5.
Let's do 4 so it's more easily split.
Yeah, we'll take less money.
$4 only. We will slander the company. It's like,
dude,
it's like you've all heard how great Raycons are, but did you know the AirPods will give you erectile dysfunction and gout?
Hell yeah, dude! This is a good idea.
I agree.
We gotta start emailing people. Get that shit in the pipeline. Yeah, maybe we could like do some test runs of that like right now, so people know that
like
we're good at it.
Yeah. Okay. So who's someone that sponsors someone a lot? Like,
we got. I literally only watch listen to Come, so that's probably not gonna work.
True. I had NordVPN and Raycons. That's all.
What's the one game that always sponsors YouTube?
Raid Shadow
Legends. What's their direct competitor?
Fucking Epic War Online.
Yeah.
Some other mobile game, I'm sure.
Epic War Online is actually a secret training program.
Well, if you play Raid Shadow Legends, you're probably a fucking beta male virgin.
Oh no, I thought we were finding Raid Shadow Legends competitor so that we trash talk the competitor and make Raid Shadow.
We're not getting paid by Raid Shadow Legends.
Not yet, but we do. We were testing it out.
Okay. I guess I was unsure of the angle we were going for as well. I thought we were trashing Raid Shadow Legends.
No, we love Raid Shadow Legends.
We don't explicitly love Raid Shadow Legends. We're not getting paid to say
it. We potentially love Raid Shadow Legends.
We have no strong feelings towards Raid Shadow Legends, but we hate...
$4 might make us clarify our opinions here.
We hate other applications that might look like Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, that's another way we can monetize. We're like, if they're not giving us the sponsorship, we just threaten to say bad things. So we're like, maybe NordVPN
I feel like
gay.
This is like an easy way to get sued by these companies for like defamation or some bullshit.
Well, yeah, my pitch was literally slander other companies. What the
Why
fuck?
is your shower turning on?
I don't know.
Stop.
The fuck was that?
It's the mouse.
Yeah, where's the mouse? Have you guys seen
we got one down. So
you killed it?
Yeah. If that was the only
one,
it's dead. We just set up a bunch of traps.
What kind of traps? How fucking badly did it die?
The fucking Victor mouse trap. Well, this is a bit okay. Yeah. So like apparently it snapped and then it was like in shock, so it wasn't moving. I wasn't there for that.
And then
so
Matt fucking pounded it?
No, Matt took his fucking tomahawk.
Took his phone out and recorded it.
No, he took his fucking tomahawk. He put it in a bag and just like bludgeoned it to death.
Oh my god!
Why did he
left
put
it
the
outside.
tomahawk in a bag? You feel like that'd make it less.
Chop it up.
No, put the rat in the bag and then like tomahawk.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so he couldn't like because the blood
So
wouldn't
he didn't
splatter
make a mess.
everywhere.
Yeah, I know, but still, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
That's fucking crazy.
All right, Matt, you do you, and you said you enjoyed it, so
he enjoyed it. He's a psychopath.
Yeah, I know. I'm against the people who are like, oh, you're supposed to capture it alive and let it go. You know, like I'm like, fuck that.
No,
it's just gonna come back.
It's
just gonna come back. Like, come on, I'm not gonna do that. But like at the same time, you got
mice getting
Matt
into people's
here.
homes is like a kind of regular thing. Like,
Yeah.
So they're able to just live outside pretty easily. They have no...
Well, not pretty easily, because they have a lot of predators outside.
Sure, but they're like fine, because this is a regular thing.
Yeah, they were around before we had houses.
Yeah, but the actual house mouse...
Well, then weren't rats and shit brought over from the... Fucking...
Yeah, like that's an invasive species.
Yeah,
the house mouse, that thing is in...
House mouse.
House mouse.
That rhymes, did you know?
Yeah, I know. But I've been watching a lot of mouse trapping videos. So apparently
they're fun to watch.
There's one like indigenous species, so they'll let them go. Like the deer mouse, you can know them by their bigger eyes and their white underbelly. But like the house mouse, that thing is just your typical mouse that you see because I don't know, they're smarter or something. Like the prey or the predators here don't know how to counter them.
Homes are nice.
Homes are good places for food. And well, what has it done around the house? Has it fucked up anything?
Has it done its fair share of chores?
Has it?
No, it's just been really ballsy for the past like 3 days.
Has it like made any holes?
You said
any
she.
food?
You know the gender.
Yeah.
How do you know?
We killed it. They killed it. Tage fingered the mouse. Tage fingered the dead mouse.
thought you talking about the one you ain't caught yet. Do you know the gender of the one you haven't caught?
No, I think there might just be only one because we haven't heard of it since we killed it. So I might.
Why did you think there was two then?
Just because we saw it 3 times in one day. So either we had one mouse just fucking just no chill, just darting around, or there's multiple mice.
Where was it?
It was like with fucking Ethan saw it up here, and then I saw it down in the fridge area, and then I woke up like yesterday morning to this thing fucking chewing the carpet to get in my room. I woke up.
Oh shit!
And I'm like, and I opened the door to my fucking room, and then there's like chewed up carpet like outside my door. So it's trying to like go underneath the door to fucking
get in your room. Yeah, and gonna assault you in your sleep.
And I'm like, all right, this is bullshit. So I went to my house and got some like poison that my mom had.
Rat poison.
Yeah. So it's gone now. So I think
I'm glad you guys killed it in the most fucked up way. You know.
I wish I was there to see
bludgeoning it to death as opposed to letting it die to poison.
Have his fucking, I don't know, his fucking erection was
just slamming this. And
it was like,
I would have taken it. I wouldn't have hit it while it was in the bag. I would have swung the bag into stuff. That would have been more fun. I feel like
microwave it. That'd be
fun. Yeah, microwave.
Just put in some vinegar.
You can find videos of microwaving rats or mice.
Oh yeah.
I know YouTube has some like I've been watching. There's this video of a cat just fucking like biting a mice head off.
Yeah. Well, we've seen the rat trap videos where it's like
bites its legs off.
Where it's like they'll have like a big like tub of water. And then, like, the thing over it, but, like, when they walk on the thing to get, like, the cheese in the middle that's, like, suspended over the tub, it flips and they fall into the tub.
They just drown.
So there's just a tub of water filled with, like, 15 rats. And they just start eating each other.
That's pretty funny.
And then there's the BB gun videos with, like, squirrels are pretty good,
Oh, yeah, that one's super fucking funny. I think you think there's people that like buy mice because you can buy them for like snakes and shit like that.
Yeah, there's like, definitely people
just
that
let them out in their house just to like for the thrill of the hunt, the thrill of hunting a mouse down in their house.
Fox chasing in old England, fucking
just letting
the
them
fox
go.
out.
Yeah, it's like a way of living like a medieval king, but in your own home.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
That's a fun idea.
Letting rats in your own house. Just capture. Just like the most disgusting variation of fox hunts.
Just to hunt them down and kill them.
You have someone over and you hear like squeak, you're like, hold on. And you're like, ha! And you like smash your furniture and you're like, I thought I had him. Sorry about that.
Sorry. Yeah. I guess that would be kind of like a fun thing to do in what are those like paintball arenas, you know? You just unleash a bunch of mice there and hunt them with like paintball guns in a paintball arena.
I thought you were gonna say like a bunch of rich people like kidnap a little boy and they strip him naked and release him into like a fucking maze. They hunt him down with paintball. Just a fat little boy.
The most dangerous game. Hunting a fat child with a paintball gun. Oh, man.
Yeah, you should... Listeners, fucking do that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure some of you are capable of it.
Yes. Kidnap a fat little boy and shoot him with paintballs.
Until he's raw. I've been paintballing before. It's pretty fun.
How many paintballs?
We went for Davey's birthday. Not many, I imagine.
Like, in what area and how many?
Shoot somebody in the head a few times with a paintball, they're gonna be pretty fucked up, I think.
Yeah, but they wouldn't die,
dead.
Right? Yeah, it's like blunt force, right? There's no like, so you gotta like hit, like in the fucking windpipe maybe, like in the neck.
Yeah.
Like just keep spamming that.
Like, we went and I remember getting shot. I think I got shot in the leg or something like that. Shit felt fucking terrible.
Yeah, no, I got shot in the neck once when I went with a guy who brought like not like the kinds they give you when you go there.
Brought hollow point paintballs.
He brought his own that has like a fucking sniper scope, so he can just shoot you across from the entire thing. And it's like, what a dickhead! And he shot people in the neck because that is the part where you don't have clothes or the helmet on. It's like the one guy.
He went for the chink in the armor. He's like, I've got a
that's
target
pretty good
them.
aim on his part.
That's
like,
that's what he does as a hobby. He goes to paintball and he shoots little kids in the neck. That's his fucking
Hell yeah,
hobby.
dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, why don't we get into paintball or like airsoft or some
I think
bullshit.
when we went, it was for like Davey's birthday or something like that. When I was going, and it was kind of fun, kind of horrifying. You know?
Yeah, I just wouldn't move. Like I remember.
Yeah, I know. I was literally like on the ground, like behind some cover, just like just raising my gun above the fucking cover, not like looking, just firing.
Yeah,
my gun,
like no one gets
terrified.
the objective. I remember I didn't go actual paintball shooting, but there was like this paintless paintball place at like some arcade area. I remember doing that. I think it was with you guys. It was like I remember Elliot was there. She was like 8th grade or something, and I just remember just
hurt like a motherfucker, paintless.
Yeah,
it's
like rubber. It's just
but
like rubber
I just
balls.
didn't leave the tower, and like I didn't do any of the objectives. Like you just sat there, and nothing happened because everyone was fucking.
Bro, you were camping, bro. Bro,
I mean, that's
camping.
literally what I would do in a real war. Is just I'm like, okay, I'm not moving now. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm not gonna move. And if anyone comes in my field of vision, I'm going to fucking blast them.
If I was in a real war, I would use a noob tube with scavenger pro, and I would get nuke, and then I would kill everyone.
You know,
Nice.
I wonder. My aim's pretty crispy in online video games, but I wonder how well I would do. Like,
Yeah, we should go
in
actually
real
like
life.
shooting.
When
We
we will.
do that?
We will sometime soon, I imagine. It's getting warmer out.
Yeah.
Once we find a fat little boy to chase around.
Yeah, we're gonna
Release him on one of our farms.
I'm gonna strip some little child
We'll
down.
have to track him.
Yeah, track him. Like, yeah, I could tell by the depth of this footprint. He's not far off.
No, you give him like a 20-pack of Snickers or something. You give him like some fucking.
Give him some candy to live off of.
So you can follow the rappers. You fucking paper trail.
Here's what we do. Well, I am also stripped naked. I'm with the boy. I'm like, they kidnapped me too. Really, when we sleep, when we're on the run and sleeping, I have like a little thing I can talk to you guys with. A little thing I go like, he's here, he's with me.
We're just cheating ourselves out of the challenge.
Shipping him if he ever runs.
Yeah, and then he finds out, he tries to kill me. That'd be fun.
I guess we could let him get away if we're doing this. That would be bad. If we let him escape.
Yeah.
So we actually have to track him down eventually.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan. Next week.
Next week we will have killed a little boy because we thought it was funny.
It is a funny idea. Just doing the most dangerous game, but just with someone who literally could not fight back against you at all. Like, yeah, this is what that's about. This is really thrilling, Hunt.
I know it's like the trope where like, oh, rich people are sadistic and shit, but like, do you think that actually translates?
Yeah,
to like
100%.
Like, how rich do you have to be? Like, right?
Not that rich. To be sadistic?
Really? To be like where you can tie like, oh,
you gotta be
being rich.
I mean, like most dangerous game level. Yeah, you have to be very rich to be literally like, I'm gonna hunt people on my island. Yeah,
but just to be
like to be slightly
cruel
more
person.
Yeah, not a whole lot richer.
I mean, you gotta be like fucking middle class to be that kind of person.
You just gotta be wealthier than a lot of the people you interact with on a daily basis. To look down on them.
Yeah, this elitist mentality.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
that kind of thing. Yeah. That's how I feel. Guys read any good books?
No.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
Fuck!
Jack, talk about Pokemon.
Talk about some
Jack, please.
Other dumb shit. Oh god, there was something else I wanted to bring up. Fucking what was it? God damn it.
Oh, you had your VR. Have you talked about that?
Yeah, we have talked about
that. We did.
Talk about that already.
Yeah,
I've been too motion sick to... Well, like, I haven't tried it again in literally, like, a week, because I'm like, next time I try it, I'm going to just feel ill again, and I'm probably just going to give it back to my family.
You're going to have to get, like, seasickness medication.
Yeah. Maybe.
And then take
Maybe that would help.
Yeah, that probably would.
I already
have you
refunded one game that I bought for it though, because I'm like,
yeah, those like little stickers you put on like the back of your neck. For
the patches.
Oh, I had one of those when I went into my clinical trial. They gave me one of those for some reason. I was like, huh.
Have you tried a fucking porn video in one of those? Don't they have like applications where you can just?
You gotta pay for that.
Porn?
No, there's no like free.
How much do you have to pay for it?
Like the
you can browse like the internet in it, but it's just watching videos in VR. It's not like actually in VR. You know, I don't think there's a market, or well, there's probably a market for that kind of thing, but there's not that kind of thing there yet.
That's all I would use it for if I had VR.
I wish there was more, you know. There's the VR girlfriend thing that I showed you guys. That's like you just like you're like this fucking Japanese bitch's tutor, and you just sit there and like perv on her while talking to her or whatever. She
that sounds cool.
She climbs up like her ladder up for like her bookshelf, and you look up at her panties or whatever. I think there might be like parts where you get to like make out with her or like have sex with her. I'm not certain. I'm not sure if that's fully what it is.
I mean, I'm kind of disappointed that you're unsure, because I feel like if you're gonna make a game like that, just go full on, you know?
Well, I'm not sure if it was a mod. I think there is something where you can have sex with her, but I'm not sure if it was like a mod or it was actually in the game.
Hot coffee mod for VR games. Yeah.
I think that kind of thing's not allowed on Steam still. They allow a lot of fucking sexual stuff, but not like.
Well, also the fact that you're like tutoring a schoolgirl. I guess what they do with it.
No, I don't think they care about that. The fact that they're allowing it on at all already is like, yeah, all right. I do like how libertarian Steam is with video games. You're like, if you want to sell this, fuck it, dude. Put it on.
It's on you.
Put it on Steam. Somebody might buy it.
Yeah.
Really, they don't like monitor what's.
They used to. They probably delete a lot of like shovelware a lot of the time.
Yeah, that was the issue. They had like
so many. So anybody can make a game and just put it on their store?
You have to pay $100 to have it put on.
But they also had like the green light thing for a while.
They got rid of that, yeah. But
where like you could just put it up there and people could check out like games that like weren't approved to be on the store. But like that was where people were just like literally like taking like codes for games and then adding in like assets they bought and just asset flipping and trying to make a profit doing that. Like basically Bejeweled, but like they just put in like a PNG of like a zombie or something. Like,
now they just make you do a down payment, which probably deters a lot more people.
Yeah, you have to actually have faith that your game's gonna make some money.
Yeah, more than $100. So, not a bad system, I think.
But who like actively looks for these fucking indie games that?
Shitty indie games? I don't know. You're looking on sale for like Steam games that are like 50 cents or whatever.
I mean, yeah, most people who get those probably don't hear about it from like Steam. Either hear like someone who reviewed it or like they've been following the developer or something. Mm-hmm. Or, like they heard about it on another platform.
Yeah.
Or it got canceled.
Yeah. Hashtag cancel culture.
Hashtag cancel culture. God, I want to be fucking canceled.
Everyone always talks about cancel culture, but the culture's still around.
Yeah,
when are they gonna get around to canceling it? You get it?
Yeah.
It's good. You guys.
When are we gonna stop generating new media? I think we should stop making anything new, like no new movies, no new TV shows.
Yeah.
Once we've all consumed everything, then we can start it up again. We can let people go back to working in Hollywood or whatever.
Yeah, like once I've seen every movie, okay, make another.
Make one more, maybe.
And then wait till I've seen it. And then we're good.
Yeah, I don't want a fucking constant stream of bullshit that I should be watching or playing or reading or whatever just constantly shoved in my face every fucking week, you know?
Yeah.
That's the real cancel culture that we should be promoting.
Yeah, we're canceling our souls with all this brainless media. That's what it really is.
That's what it's all about.
That's how it really
actually.
Is. That's why the only media you should consume
is the Brown Bricks Podcast.
Brown Bricks Podcast at gmail.com / Brown Bricks Podcast. YouTube also.
Hell yeah, doing the plugs again at the end of the episode. Where everyone's definitely made it to, and if you are listening to the end of this episode, please tell us in the comments on YouTube.
Our retention rate, I checked the numbers, it's 100%.
Yeah.
Let's keep it up.
You guys gotta stay on that.
You guys gotta just keep listening to every second.
Thank you for all the birthday wishes, by the way. It does creep me out, though.
Did you get more than one?
I got a lot.
Yeah, like 4.
Yeah. Okay. An uncomfortable amount. I don't understand how anybody ever wants to be famous.
Only on the YouTube or the email too?
No, on the YouTube. I don't have access to the email.
I don't think anybody's email.
Look, start fucking emailing us. Brownbricks
Dude, I get it, man. I don't email random fucking people that tell me to email them.
No, fuck them. Email us.
I get it, man.
No.
I get it.
Don't give them that out.
But do email us. Otherwise, I don't accept your happy birthday.
Yeah. Email us a picture of you killing a mouse. I don't know.
Yeah, some stupid shit like that.
Email us pictures of fat little boys that you think we might want to hunt down.
Send us their addresses, their
personal weaknesses.
Yeah. What kind of candy they enjoy the most.
What kind of candy they would most be willing to follow a trail of if laid on the ground into a van.
Like Hansel and Gretel. Yeah.
Email us.
What's their deepest, darkest fear?
Their cholesterol levels.
Just how long they could potentially survive in a forest without any proper nutrition. You do all the research for us, and we'll do the execution.
Yeah. You do the research, so we don't have to.
So we don't have to.
Thank you for listening.
Alright, sorry for the low energy, I guess. It turns out Jack brings a lot more than Tage does.
Jack is our muse, and he's gone.
Maybe he'll edit this by Sunday. Probably not. He's in Colorado.
You're maybe getting this one a little late.
He's doing some skiing right now. Breaking all of the COVID bylaws. What's a bylaw? What the fuck is a bylaw? Is that like a law that
comes after a hello law?
Hey, what the fuck is a bylaw though? Why is some things called that? Not just a law.
Email us if you know that.
No, I want to know now. What are your guys' impressions on what a bylaw could be?
You gotta abide by them. Abide by these bylaws.
That one sucks. Phineas.
We're not trying to think of the real answer.
No, of course not.
Bylaw.
This is a law that it favors both men and women.
A rule made by a company or society to control the actions of its members.
That is
so. That's just a law. That's just a fucking law. What?
But it comes from Old Norse.
Why are some things called bylaws and not
the origin
just laws?
of it is beer, which means town.
Town laws? Oh, are they like local laws then?
And then Byjar.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Byjar.
It's just a local law. That
turns into bylaw.
I'll tell you, I prefer bylaws a whole lot more than the in-laws.
Hey! Woo! Who are your in-laws?
I don't have
You're
in-laws.
Not married. You're not fucking married.
But it was
some old person humor for you.
I will never be married.
If you're a disgusting fucking boomer, there's a joke for you. If you're ever talking about bylaws for some reason, just talk about bylaws with the boys. Drop that
still a bylaw humor for you there. God, Jack, please edit this podcast.
I don't want to listen to this.
Yeah, I guess fuck it, dude. We're done. Bye.
Yeah.